Hey there, fellow movie buffs. It's your host, Josh, back with another episode of Real Talk. Today, we are embarking on a trip into the surreal and mesmerizing world of Eraserhead. Now, let me tell you, Eraserhead isn't your run-of-the-mill film. No, it's much more. Picture this. You're plunged into a mind-bending universe crafted by the genius of David Lynch. It's like stepping into a dreamscape where reality twists and turns, challenging everything you thought you knew about movies. From its haunting imagery to its enigmatic storyline, Eraserhead is a cinematic roller coaster that'll leave you on the edge of your seat, craving for more. It's a journey into the unknown, a plunge into the depths of the human psyche. So grab your popcorn, find a cozy spot, and get ready to be spellbound by the magic of Eraserhead. Trust me, folks, you won't want to miss this one. Let's dive headfirst into the mesmerizing world of Eraserhead together. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's start where we always do, with a dive into the twisted and surreal plot of Eraserhead and unpack some of its complexities. Our story begins with Henry Spencer, a young man living in a desolate industrial wasteland. Henry's life takes a bizarre turn when he learns he's the father of a deformed baby. This isn't your ordinary baby shower, folks. This baby is like something out of a nightmare, grotesque, malformed, and crying incessantly, disturbing the already fragile peace of Henry's existence. As Henry grapples with the demands of caring for his otherworldly infant, we're plunged into a nightmarish world where time seems to stand still and reality itself becomes uncertain. Lynch's masterful direction immerses us in Henry's unsettling journey, where the line between dreams and reality blurs, and the boundaries of sanity are pushed to their limits. Amidst the bleak and desolate landscape of Henry's world, we encounter a cast of eccentric characters, each adding to the film's surreal atmosphere. There's the enigmatic Lady in the Radiator, whose haunting presence offers moments of respite amidst the chaos. And let's not forget the mysterious Man in the Planet, whose presence looms over the film like a shadowy specter. As Henry struggles to make sense of his increasingly surreal surroundings, we're drawn deeper into his psyche, where his deepest fears and desires manifest in strange and often terrifying ways. The film's dreamlike narrative unfolds like a twisted puzzle, leaving us questioning the nature of reality itself. But Eraserhead is more than just a surreal nightmare. It's a meditation on the human condition, a reflection of our deepest anxieties and desires. Through Henry's journey, we confront our own fears of inadequacy, isolation, and the unknown. It's a journey that resonates long after the credits roll, leaving us grappling with questions that defy easy answers. So Eraserhead is a cinematic experience unlike really anything else. It's a haunting exploration of the dark corners of the human psyche. It challenges our perceptions, defies explanation, and leaves you with a sense of unease that lingers long after the final frame. We'll take a short break right here. When we get back, we'll look at the weird, haunting soundtrack of Eraserhead. Welcome back. So let's tune into the atmospheric soundtrack of Eraserhead. Composed by what would become Lynch's longtime collaborator, Alan R. Splett, the soundtrack of Eraserhead is a character in its own right. From the moment the film begins, we're enveloped in a world of industrial tones, ambient noise, and eerie soundscapes that set the tone for the surreal journey ahead. And it's very obvious because we go 15 minutes of just those sounds. No dialogue, nothing but the ambient sounds of this crazy nightmare world around us. One of the most striking aspects of the soundtrack is its use of ambient noise and atmospheric effects. Splet's masterful manipulation of sound creates an otherworldly atmosphere that perfectly complements Lynch's surreal visions. From the hum of electrical machinery to the hiss of steam pipes, every sound feels purposeful and deliberate, adding to the film's sense of unease and disorientation. But it's not just the ambient noise that makes the soundtrack of Eraserhead so effective. It's also the use of music and silence to heighten tension and create mood. At times, the soundtrack is sparse, with long stretches of silence, punctuated only by the sound of Henry's footsteps echoing through the empty corridors of his world. Other times, we're treated to haunting melodies that linger in the air long after the film is ended. One of the most memorable pieces of music in the film is the song performed by the Lady in the Radiator, aptly titled In Heaven. With its dreamy melody and haunting lyrics, the song serves as a brief respite from the nightmarish world of Eraserhead, offering moments of beauty amidst all the chaos. But perhaps the most impressive aspect of the soundtrack is its ability to evoke emotion and atmosphere without relying on traditional music cues. Splet's use of sound is subtle yet powerful, drawing us deeper into the world of Eraserhead and immersing us in its unsettling atmosphere. The soundtrack is a masterpiece of audio storytelling, perfectly complementing the surreal visuals and adding layers of depth and complexity and reality to the film. It's a testament to the power of sound in cinema and a key component of what makes Eraserhead such a unique and unforgettable experiences. We'll take another short break here. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the themes that are brought to light in this film. Alright, so let's dive right into the thematic elements of Eraserhead and unravel the layers of meaning behind this enigmatic masterpiece. First off, let's talk about the big one, parenthood. Now, we've all heard about becoming a parent is a life-changing experience, and it is, but Eraserhead takes it to a whole new level. Henry Spencer, our protagonist, finds himself thrust into the role of fatherhood in the most bizarre and unsettling way. His baby? Well, let's just say he's not your average bundle of joy. It's a mutant, deformed creature that cries incessantly and haunts Henry's every waking moment. Talk about a parenting nightmare. But beyond the literal horrors of parenthood, Eraserhead delves into deeper existential themes. It's a film about the human condition, our fears, our desires, our struggles to find meaning in a world that often feels chaotic and indifferent. Henry's journey becomes a reflection of our own existential crises as we grapple with the fundamental questions of existence and identity. And let's not forget about reality, or should I say the lack thereof. Eraserhead blurs the lines between dreams and reality, creating a surreal landscape where nothing is quite as it seems. Lynch messes with our minds, throwing us into a twisted labyrinth of shifting perceptions and fragmented memories. It's disorienting, it's unsettling, and it's utterly captivating. But amidst the darkness, there are moments of beauty and transcendence. The Lady in the Radiator, with her haunting song and ethereal presence, offers glimpses of redemption amidst the chaos. She's like a beacon of light in the darkness, reminding us that even in the bleakest of times, there's still hope. Now let's talk about fear. Eraserhead is a film that taps into our deepest, darkest fears of the unknown, of the other, of the things that lurk in the shadows. It's a visceral experience that gets under your skin and stays with you long after the credits roll. Lynch doesn't just scare us, he challenges us to confront our fears head on, to stare into the abyss and find meaning in the madness. And last, there's the theme of isolation. Henry is a man adrift in a sea of emptiness, surrounded by people, but utterly alone. His journey is a lonely one, filled with longing and despair. it's a stark reminder of the human condition, our innate desire for connection, for meaning, for something more. Eraserhead is a film that defies easy categorization. It's a fever dream, a waking nightmare, a journey into the darkest corners of the human soul. It's a film that challenges us to confront our deepest fears and desires, to embrace the chaos and find meaning in the madness. And that is what makes it a masterpiece. All right, another short break, and then we'll talk about this amazing cast and crew. So as we always do, let's shine a spotlight on the talented folks behind the scenes and in front of the camera of Eraserhead. First up, we have to acknowledge the visionary director himself, David Lynch. Lynch is known for his surreal and often unsettling storytelling, and Eraserhead is perhaps the quintessential Lynchian film. From its haunting visuals to its enigmatic narrative, Lynch's fingerprints are all over this film. And then there's our protagonist, Henry Spencer, played by the great Jack Nance. Nance delivers a mesmerizing performance as the tormented Henry, capturing the character's existential angst and inner turmoil with haunting precision. His portrayal is at once vulnerable and unsettling, drawing us into Henry's nightmarish world with every scene. But Henry is not alone in this journey. He's joined by a cast of other eccentric characters, each adding to the film's surreal atmosphere. There's the mysterious lady in the radiator, played by Laurel Neer, whose haunting presence offers moments of respite amidst the chaos. And let's not forget the enigmatic man in the planet, portrayed by Jack Fisk, whose eerie visage looms over the film like a shadowy specter. And then behind the camera, Lynch is joined by a team of talented collaborators who help bring his twisted vision to life. Cinematographer Frederick Elms captures the film's haunting imagery with a breathtaking precision, using light and shadow to create a sense of foreboding and unease. His work is mesmerizing, drawing us deeper into the dark and twisted world of Eraserhead. And then there's the sound design. Alan Splett's masterful manipulation of sound adds another layer to the film, immersing us in its eerie atmosphere and haunting and heightening the sense of tension and dread. From the hum of electrical machinery to the cries of the mutant baby, every sound feels purposeful and deliberate, adding to the film's sense of unease and disorientation. And of course, we can't talk about Eraserhead without mentioning the iconic production design. The film's bleak and desolate landscape is brought to life by production designer Patricia Norris, whose attention to detail is extraordinary. From the dilapidated buildings to the eerie industrial machinery, every element of the film's visual design contributes to its atmosphere. And let's not forget about the music. Composer Peter Iver's score adds another layer of depth to the film, heightening the sense of tension and unease. With its eerie melodies and discordant chords, it's a soundtrack that lingers in the mind long after the credits roll, haunting us like a recurring nightmare. Eraserhead is a testament to the power of collaboration, bringing together a team of talented artists and craftsmen to create a film that defies easy categorization. It's a testament to the power of cinema to provoke thought, evoke emotion, and challenge our perceptions of reality. And for that, I think we owe a debt of gratitude to this cast and crew who brought David Lynch's truly twisted vision to life. All right, another break here, and when we get back, we'll get into what this series is all about and talk about why Eraserhead is a cult film. So why has Eraserhead earned its status as a cult film? Well, first and foremost, Eraserhead is a cult film because it defies categorization. It's a surreal and enigmatic masterpiece that refuses to fit neatly into any genre or narrative convention. From its haunting visuals to its disjointed narrative, the film challenges audiences to think outside the box and embrace the strange and unconventional. But it's not just the film's surrealism that has earned it a cult following. It has a deeply personal and introspective work that speaks to the anxieties and uncertainties of the human condition. David Lynch taps into the universal themes of existential dread, alienation, and the search for meaning, creating a film that resonates with audiences on a very primal, instinctual level. One of the key reasons why Eraserhead has become a cult classic is its ability to evoke a strong emotional response from viewers. Lynch's masterful direction immerses audiences in a nightmarish world of industrial decay and existential despair, leaving them feeling unsettled and disoriented long after the credits have rolled. It is a visceral and often disturbing experience that sticks with you, challenging your perceptions and forcing you to confront the darker aspects of the human psyche. But perhaps the most compelling reason why Eraserhead is considered a cult film is its following. Over the years, it has developed a dedicated and passionate fan base that continues to celebrate and analyze the film decades after its release. From midnight screenings to fan conventions, Eraserhead has become somewhat of a cultural touchstone for cinephiles and outsiders alike, inspiring countless interpretations and theories about its meaning and significance. Part of what makes it so compelling to me is its open-endedness. The film is filled with symbolism and hidden meanings, inviting us as viewers to interpret its surreal imagery in our own unique way. From the mutant baby to the mysterious lady in the radiator, Eraserhead is ripe for analysis and interpretation, sparking endless debates and discussions among those of us that are its devoted followers. There is another factor that has contributed to its cult status, and that's its influence on popular culture. Lynch's distinctive visual style and surreal storytelling have left an indelible mark on cinema, inspiring countless filmmakers and artists to push the boundaries of conventional storytelling. David Lynch's films like Mulholland Drive and the dreamlike landscape of Twin Peaks show his influence in the wide range of television and film. But perhaps the most enduring legacy of Eraserhead is its ability to connect with audiences on a deeply emotional level. Despite its surreal and often unsettling imagery, Eraserhead speaks to universal themes of isolation, alienation, and a fear of the unknown, resonating with viewers who have felt marginalized or misunderstood by society. So Eraserhead is more than just a film. It's a phenomenon that continues to captivate and inspire audiences some 50 years after its release. It's a testament to the power of cinema to challenge our perceptions, provoke thought, and evoke emotion, leaving a mark on all who dare to enter its twisted and surreal world. And for that, it holds a special place in my heart as just a trippy, otherworldly, surreal, existentially dreadful world to live in. We'll take another break here and come back, lighten it up a bit, and talk about some trivia that I found. So let's start with the trivia. First off, did you realize that Eraserhead took nearly 5 years to complete? David Lynch began work on the film in the early 70s while he was a student at the American Film Institute. But due to budget constraints and his own perfectionism, the production dragged on for years, with filming taking place sporadically whenever funds were available. And then let's talk about that infamous mutant baby. The creature was created using a calf fetus, which was then manipulated and augmented with various animatronic parts. The result is one of the most disturbing and unforgettable images in cinema history, a grotesque and otherworldly abomination that haunts the nightmares of viewers to this day. But it's not just the mutant baby that's creepy, it's also the haunting soundtrack. We talked about Splet's collaboration, working closely with Lynch to create their otherworld soundscape that perfectly complements the surreal imagery. Splet used a combination of ambient noise, industrial drones, and distorted sound effects to create a sense of unease and disorientation that added to the eerie atmosphere that the film already had. And don't forget that production design we mentioned, the bleak and desolate landscape of Eraserhead was created using a combination of practical sets and location shooting in and around 1970s Los Angeles. The production designer, Patricia Norris, meticulously crafted every detail of the film's visual aesthetic, from the dilapidated buildings to the eerie industrial machinery, creating a world that feels both familiar and otherworldly. And then there's a fun fact about the film's title, Eraserhead. It actually comes from a term used by Lynch's wife, Peggy Reevey. Reevey would often use the term to describe her husband's distinctive hairstyle, which featured a prominent cowlick and resembled the end of an eraser. Lynch liked the term so much that he decided to use it as the title for this film, despite its lack of obvious connection to the plot. But perhaps the most surprising piece of trivia about Eraserhead is its initial reception. When the film premiered at FilmX Film Festival in LA in 1977, it was met with mixed reviews from critics and audiences. Some praised the surreal imagery and innovative storytelling, while others found it baffling and incomprehensible. But over time, Eraserhead earned that cult following, and it is now widely regarded as one of the greatest cult films of all time. And then a little Easter egg for any Lynch fans out there. Keep an eye out for the recurring motif of electricity throughout the film. Lynch has often spoken about his fascination with electricity as a symbol of life force and creative energy, and you'll find references to it scattered throughout Eraserhead, from the buzzing of electrical wires to the flickering lights that illuminate Henry's nightmarish world. So with that, Eraserhead has some really fun trivia. Next time you watch, see if that helps to illuminate some of the scenes and add a little bit of depth to your understanding of the film. Right now, we'll take one more quick break. We'll wrap it up with our summary and our rating. All right, let's wrap up our exploration of Eraserhead. So the film is a cinematic masterpiece that defies easy categorization. From its surreal imagery to its haunting soundtrack, the film challenges our perception and forces us to confront the darker aspects of the human psyche. David Lynch crafts a nightmarish vision of urban decay that resonates with us on a primal level, leaving a mark on all who dare enter the twisted labyrinth. For its innovative storytelling, mesmerizing visuals, and thought-provoking themes, we're awarding Eraserhead a rating of 9.5 out of 10. I took off 0.5 because for me, it is just really hard to watch over and over again. And I think that it should be a sign of a film to be able to watch it multiple times. Though it is a film that continues to captivate and inspire audiences decades after its release, and it has earned its place as one of the greatest cult classics of all time. And that's going to wrap up today's episode of Real Talk. I hope you've enjoyed our dive into the world of Eraserhead and that it inspired you to revisit this and other cinematic masterpieces. And don't forget, you can reach out to us with your thoughts, comments, and suggestions at therealrealtalk@gmail.com. You can also connect with us on Instagram and Threads at RealRealTalk for updates and other behind-the-scenes trivia content. And join us next time as we continue our journey into the realm of cult classics with a review of John Waters' iconic film, Pink Flamingos. It's sure to be a wild ride, so don't miss it. Until then, keep watching, keep loving, and keep those reels rolling. We'll see you next time.